What's going on today, guys? So today I'm going to be bringing you a video on the top 3 stage builds in NBA 2K22 Next Gen and the best stage lineup to run competitively. So I don't know how many of you guys have seen my top 5 Pro-Am builds and the best Pro-Am lineup to use, but if you haven't, please go check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description. That video got far more love and support than I had ever imagined it would, so I really appreciate everyone who's checked it out and everyone who will check it out. But yeah, so if I were to bring 3 builds into a stage setting tonight for big money or whatever the case may be, these are no doubt the top 3 builds I would bring. So I'll be leaving timestamps in the description. If you guys need to go check out a specific build, then feel free to, but I'd really appreciate it if you stuck through the whole video and watched all the builds. But that being said, we'll go ahead and get into the first build. So for our first build, this is going to be your point guard. Now, obviously we're going to make him a point guard. So if you guys have played stage at all this year, you probably know that point guards in stage, they don't even care about twos. All they're caring about is threes. They don't even go in the paint. They just dance around screens and hunt super aggressively for threes. So that's what we're going to make this guy to do. We don't really care about the finishing. So I'll show you guys what we're going to do with the point guard. So we're going to go 5'11", and you're going to go with the 6-foot wingspan and 157 for the weight. And then body shape, I'd probably go compact. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I feel like he moves a little quicker when they're skinnier like that. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to max out our 3 and our mid-range. That gives us our max 40 shooting badges. That's the main thing on this build. Like I said, you just want to be able to dance around screens and hit threes as consistently as possible. And then if they help up, if the big man hedges hard, then you've got your big man slipping to the rim for the 2. But like I said, we're not really worried about 2s on this build. Now for your ball handle, max it out, max out your speed with ball, and then we'll take our pass accuracy. So 85 gets you the gold bullet passer, but if you go up 1 more, that gives you the 36. So might as well get that extra 1 for the playmaking. Now for defense, steal, we're maxing that out all the way. Then perimeter, we're going to go up to 76. This gets you silver clamps, and it gets you that extra defensive badge. So we're going to go with 76 perimeter defense. Now acceleration, we're going to max that out. Now speed, we're not going to max it out all the way. We're going to take it down 2 ticks to 95. I mean, speed, all it really does is affects your off-ball movement, like sprinting straight down the court. So usually you're going to have the ball in your hands. I don't think it's a big deal. So speed, like I said, going to 95. Stamina, we're going to max that out. And then after that, you're going to bring your close shot up to 70. So you get that extra 3rd finishing badge. And then for fast twitch, it costs 3 to get it on silver. So if you don't know fast twitch, it lets you basically put up your standing layups or dunks quicker, as it says in this description right here. So like I said, you're not really going to be in the paint, but if you are with the 70 close shot, silver fast twitch, you can at least just flick it up real quick and hope that no one comes in and blocks your shot. So that's what we're going to go with on that one. And then you got a few points left over. I mean, there's nothing else meaningful that you can really put it on, so we'll just put that extra 1 on close shot. It doesn't matter at this point. I don't know. We'll just go rebound, and then still got 1 more, so free throw. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. So obviously, like I said, with this build, you got your complete max shooting badges. So if you're having a problem shooting on this build, I'm sorry, but that's kind of your problem. It doesn't get any better on this build. I mean, a lot of guys will go out there with 5'8", 5'9", or whatever just to get like a few extra speed or the Hall of Fame unpluckable, but I think this is perfect. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. So you have everything you would need on this build. And for defense, you're pretty much just going to be playing in the corner. But I mean, you've got 97 steals. So you've got Hall of Fame interceptor. You can put on Hall of Fame ball stripper, pickpocket. So it's not like you're terrible on defense. You're just small. But I mean, you're not going to be going in and getting rebounds or contesting guys at the rim anyways. That's not what your job is. So that'll be your point guard. And then with the takeovers, I mean, these are pretty much preference. I would definitely go spot up precision as your first one, and you could even go limitless as your second, or even pull-up precision. Some guys use that, or even team takeover boost the rest of your team's takeover quick. Then you can get your lockdown as takeover, your big man, whatever. But these are probably the two I would go with, so that'll be your point guard. Now for our second build, this is going to be your lockdown, your on-ball lockdown. Now we're going to make this one a point guard as well. So for the height, we're going to go with 6'5". We're going to bring the weight down to 179. Wingspan, maxing that out all the way. Now for the body shape, I would probably go with built. I think it gives you a little better bump animations, so it makes the most sense to go with built. Now first thing we're going to go to is our defense. So perimeter D, we're going to bring that up to 97. Steal, 99. Interior, 57. Block goes up to 65. And this way you also get your silver intimidator, so that helps a lot being a little bit shorter. Now defensive rebound, we're going to go to 83. Offensive rebound goes to 75. Now 33 is the max amount of defensive badges, so you see I've got some attributes taken off of pretty much every single one of your defensive stats besides steal. If you go any lower on any of these, you'll lose defensive badges, and if you go any higher, it doesn't really benefit you. So that's why I've got them where they are. Now your speed, max it out. Excel, max it out. Stamina, we're going to max it. And then your strength, bring it down to 32. And your vertical, bring it back down to 33. Now, one key thing I really like about this lockdown, having an 83 defensive rebound, you can get silver rebound chaser, and you can get Hall of Fame box. Now, I think that would be a little excessive, so I don't really see why you would do that. But with how stage is, like I said while I was explaining the point guard build, the other team's point guard doesn't really care about twos. All they're doing is dancing around screens and trying to get threes up. So if you're trying to fight through those screens by yourself and trying to play that guy one-on-one, all these little small stage guards, all the dribble gods and all that, you're not going to be able to keep up with them. You're just going to get torched all game long. So you have to pretty much play sides with your big man. So you're going to get switched onto the other team's big man sometimes. So when you get switched onto him with the 83 defensive rebound, silver rebound chaser, and you can also put box as high as you want, you're not going to just be a baby. You can get a good box out and you can give some rebounds. So that's another thing I really like about this lockdown, like I said. Now speed with ball, we're going to bring it up to 88. Ball handle up to 77. Pass accuracy, we're going to go to 86. Now for your 3-ball, max it out. Mid-range, we're going to go to 84. That still gives you your max amount of shooting badges. Close shot, we're going to bring that back down to 54. And then our driving dunk, we're going to take that up to 40. Now the reason I like it at 40 is you get the CJ McCollum dunk package. Now I know CJ McCollum, he doesn't really dunk. They're pretty weak dunks, but I like being able to at least dunk on a lockdown, because if you get, let's say you get a pluck on the point guard, you get a steal, however you get a steal, or if your big man gets a rebound and launches it down court for you, basically if you have an open fast break, you can at least dunk the ball. If you have it down to 25 at your driving dunk and your driving layup, you might be smoking some open layups. You may have a wide open lane and just miss it. So with the 40 driving dunk, if you're wide open, you're going to dunk it every single time. So that's why I like having that. Obviously, you're not going to be driving and booming on dudes or cutting back door for oops or any of that stuff, but at least having that dunk package, I think, helps quite a bit for a lockdown. That's going to be leaking out in transition a lot. Now for your takeovers, for your main takeover, perimeter badge drop, you have to do that one. Now for your second, I would say enhanced jump shot contest, or you could go perimeter badge drop again. That's kind of up to you. Honestly, I would probably double up on perimeter badge drop, to be honest, because if you look at the description, it drops the opposition's offensive badges down a tier when you're guarding them, when you're getting near them on the perimeter. So basically, if you have, let's say just one, if you just have that as your primary takeover and you don't have double take. So if you have that activated when you're up on the other team's point guard, their badges get taken down a tier. So let's say they only have gold unpluckable. So that brings that down to silver. Or if you have it doubled up, that brings that all the way down to bronze. Now with how broken steals are in this game, with 99 steals, if you have your takeover activated and their unpluckable gets dropped and their shooting badges get dropped and all that, you'll be able to absolutely lock them up. That hinders their offensive abilities so much that you have such an upper hand. So That's why I would use that. And like I said, I would probably double up on him. So there's your lockdown build. Now for your third build, this is going to be your quote-unquote big man. Now we're going to go point guard with this one as well, and I'm going to explain why here in a minute. Just bear with me. So we're going to go 6'7", the weight. We're going to bring that down to 186 and then max out the wingspan. Now 186 is that sweet spot because if you go any lower, you lose the 91 defensive rebound, which you need to be able to get gold rebound chaser. So that's why we're going there. And I would probably go with the build body shape. Now, this is a very unique, I don't think you're going to be seeing too many guys out there with this exact type of build, but I'm not going to lie, this might be my favorite build in this video. So, we'll start out with the defense again. So, interior, we're going to bring that up to 65. Perimeter, we'll go to 92. Steal, we're going to max that out. And block, we're going to go to 83. Max out the defensive rebound and the offensive rebound. Now again, this is the max amount of defensive badges you can get on this build, so there's no point in bringing these last three stats up a few. Any other stat you bring down at all will lose you a defensive badge besides steal, but we want to keep the Hall of Fame pickpocket, so we're going to leave it like that. Now we're going to max out our speed, excel, and stamina, and then strength, bring that back down to 41. Vertical we'll get to here in a minute. Now for playmaking, all you need 85 pass accuracy for the gold bullet passer. We're not even going to ball handler speed with the ball, because on offense all you're going to be doing is setting screens and rolling to the rim. So you're not going to be dribbling the ball at any point. That's not what this build's made for. It'd just be a waste of attribute points, and a lot of them at that. Now 3-ball, max it out. Mid-range, we're going to go 83. That gets you your max amount of shooting badges. Close shot, bring it back down to 53. Now this is where the build gets really unique. We're going to completely max out our driving dunk, and we get Hall of Fame posterizer. Standing dunk, we're going to max that out to 82. So if you're setting screens on offense and then rolling to the rim, you've got that Hall of Fame posterizer. Now, if I'm being completely honest, that's not really even necessary, but I personally would rather have that than, let's say, playmaking or wherever else you would put it. Because, like I said earlier, most teams are just going to play sides. So if someone smaller gets switched onto you and you're driving to the rim or you're slipping and you've got that Hall of Fame posterizer, say late in the clock, you guys don't have anything going, you're just going to be booming on dudes when you roll to the rim. So that Hall of Fame posterizer could really be kicking in pretty well. So, again, this isn't really a typical big man, especially being a point guard, but being the point guard, that gives you the highest amount of speed and acceleration you get, which in stage, or really any type of 3v3s, speed. If you're faster than the other team and you know what you're doing and in position, then that's the best way to play in stage. So that's how we're going to go with the big man. And on the takeovers, if I was you, I would probably go with the perimeter badge drop, just like the other lockdown. Because, like I said, if you're going to be playing sides, when you get switched onto the other point guard, you're going to be dropping their badges down a tier. So if you're guarding him and you're not quite as quick as smaller lockdowns, so this will negate their quick first step, so that lets you keep up with them a little quicker. Their unpluckable goes down. So let's say even if you get team takeover, whichever one between you and the other lockdown is guarding the other team's point guard, that's double takeover for both of you. So their badges are dropped down 2 tiers by either one of you. So with this lineup, you will be playing some menacing defense. It'll just be crazy. So that's probably the build I would go with, and this, in my opinion, would be the absolute best 3v3 stage lineup to run. So again, guys, if you found this helpful in any way or entertaining or whatever, I would really appreciate any likes or subscriptions. This is just my 3rd video, and I've made quite a bit of progress already. I really appreciate everybody who's subscribed and left comments or likes on my other videos. But like I said, any type of support is really appreciated. If you guys have any questions or things you would like to see in another video or like me to explain further, just leave it in the comments and I will reply to every single comment. So that being said, I'm out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.